It's weigh-in day here in Sydney ahead of UFC 312. We're moments away from the official weigh-in here at the Hilton. You never know what you're going to get with these things. Hopefully there's no drama. Either way, we're about to find out. Obviously, we're here for the weigh-ins. A lot of fighters say this is the hard part and the fighting's the fun part. What are these guys going through right now? And girls.
Yeah, well, the weigh-in is probably the hardest part. There's a lot of pressure on you to make that weight. And once you've done it, well, like I said, it's the hard part's done. And now the fun part starts tomorrow, or in this case, Sunday.
You mentioned tomorrow there because normally the weigh-ins are the day before. Yeah. What sort of impact does weighing in 48 hours before the fight rather than 24 or 36? What sort of impact is that going to have?
Well, it gives them plenty of time to recover, which is a good thing. The only thing is you don't want to put on too much weight, which can happen, and then, that can slow you down. But, Colby's pretty disciplined, so I can't see a problem with that.
Do you think that would be a temptation with some guys to think that they can cut a bit more than usual because they've got that extra time to put it back on?
I don't think it's cutting, because you only want to cut, the least as possible, otherwise it is going to be hard. You can cook your body, you do all sorts of damage to yourself by doing too hard of a weight cut. But the recovery bit, again, is the same, I've just seen it in the past when we've had these extended weight periods before the fight where guys can put on an extra 2 or 3 kilos, and whether it's water or fat or whatever, your body's still got to carry it. And I think, for me personally, the body works at an optimal weight, whether it's, if you're a bantamweight, it might be your weight 67 or 70 kilos or whatever, and if you go above it, you're not going to perform as good as your optimal weight.
And what about your guy, Colby? Obviously, you know him probably better than anyone. You've worked with him forever. How's he feeling ahead of his UFC debut?
Yeah, it's good. He had a pretty good weight cut. He cut most of his weight last night, actually, so he only had 700 to lose this morning. He took a little bit to get started, but once he started sweating, it just came off him, I think, probably an hour or so. So it wasn't a hard weight cut, But like I said, they've got plenty of time now to recover, and he's pretty disciplined, so I can't see him, putting on too much weight. He'll stay within that range, his optimal weight range.
And what about the fight with Alexandre Topuria and the star-studded corners that are going with it?
Yeah, that's unreal, isn't it? There'll be a lot of eyes on both of them, and I just wish both fighters, it's their debut, and it's exciting, and. Being their debut, I think it's got a lot of eyes and a lot of people talking, probably apart from the main events. It's probably the most talked about fight on the card, So it's great.
Our opening flyweight bout between Hung Sung Park and Yumjargal Temendabril has been canceled from Sunday's event due to weight management issues on the side of Yumjargal Temendabril. The reigning and defending UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus du Plessis.
Sir.
185 on the nose for our main event. UFC middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis. Sean Strickland.
Straight ahead, baby.
185 for our main event is official. 185 for Sean Strickland. Zhang Wei Li to the scale, ladies and gentlemen.
For the next one. Hold tight, Whitney. Let me get the weight first, baby.
115 for the champ, Zhang Wei Li. Tatiana Suarez. 114 and a half for Tatiana Suarez. Co-main event is official. Then Colby, slickness, thickness.
Let's go, Colby! Colby!
135 and a half for Colby, thickness.
Let's go, Colby!
170 and a half for Jake Matthews. 206 for Jimmy Crute. He's a bad man. It's Justin Taffa. $266 for Justin Taffa. 146, the official weight for Jack Jenkins. Please welcome in the bantamweight division, making his UFC debut, Alexandre Taturia.
Mate, obviously Jake and Jimmy made the weight, all good. What does the next, I suppose, 24 to 48 hours look like for them?
Oh, this is just rehydration for them and just getting plenty of good foods in them. It's just filling themselves out now till tomorrow. This is the time they enjoy it now. This is the fun bit. You know?
How much different or how different is the planning when the weigh-in is 48 hours in advance rather than the day before?
The beautiful thing about it is they get to rehydrate properly with 36 hours as opposed to 24. That extra 12 hours is amazing. So the guys get to fill out and, their heads are going to be clear and boys eat what they want to eat, enjoy it, because it's time to go to war tomorrow. So, yeah.
And how are the boys feeling?
Great. Both of them are really great. I'm not just saying it. They've had a good preparation. Their lead-up's been great. Positive vibes all the way through. Their weight cut was amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's had a good weight cut, and we can only expect great things tomorrow from these Aussies.
That's it from the UFC 312 official weigh-ins. We did lose one fight with Nyamjagar Tumendembarel failing to step on the scales, so that his fight with Hyun-Sung Park is off. Other than that, we're all good. The main card's intact, including the 2 world title fights at the top of the card. Zhang Wei Li defending her title against Tatiana Suarez, and Dricus du Plessis looking to turn back the challenge of Sean Strickland for a second time. We're all good to go. Fight on Sunday. Can't wait.